Left turn crashes are one of the leading causes of motorcycle fatalities in Charlotte and across the country. The scenario plays out the same way almost every time. A car turning left across an intersection cuts directly into the path of an oncoming motorcycle. And in the vast majority of these crashes, the legal responsibility lands squarely on the driver making the turn. Hi, I'm Michael Harmon, a North Carolina personal injury lawyer, and I want to explain why that is and why the visibility issue that causes these crashes don't change who's legally at fault. The reason left turn crashes are so often fatal for motorcycle riders comes down to the physics of the impact itself. When a car turns left into the path of an oncoming motorcycle, the rider has almost no time to react and nowhere to go. Unlike a rear-end collision where some of the force is absorbed by the vehicle itself, a left turn crash typically results in a direct broadside impact. The motorcycle hits the side of the turning car, or the rider is thrown into or over it. At any meaningful speed, that kind of impact transfers enormous force directly to the rider's body with nothing in between. There's no structural protection, no cushion, and no margin for error. Under North Carolina law, a driver making a left turn is required to yield to oncoming traffic before completing that turn. That's not a guideline, it's a legal obligation. It applies whether the oncoming vehicle is a semi-truck, a passenger car, or a motorcycle. The size of the vehicle approaching doesn't change the duty to yield. The reason these crashes happen so frequently comes down to how drivers perceive motorcycles in traffic. Research consistently shows that drivers misjudge the speed and distance of motorcycles far more often than they do larger vehicles. A motorcycle approaching a highway speed looks further away and slower than it actually is, and a driver who feels like they have enough time to complete the turn often don't. That perceptual error is what causes the crash. But a driver's difficulty seeing or accurately judging a motorcycle doesn't transfer legal responsibility to the rider. The obligation to yield existed before the turn began. Misjudging the speed of an oncoming vehicle doesn't satisfy that obligation. It is the failure to satisfy it. Establishing fault in these cases comes back to the legal duty. The turning driver was required to yield. They didn't. The evidence, dashcam footage, witness accounts, and the point of impact and the physical damage to both vehicles builds the picture of exactly how that failure occurred.